Get ready for the ultimate travel guide to the Maasai Mara in 2025. From the incredible wildlife encounters and breathtaking landscapes, to the best time to visit, where to stay, what to pack, and how to make the most of your trip. We've got you covered. The Maasai Mara National Reserve is located in southwestern Kenya and is world famous for its incredible wildlife. The reserve is home to over 60 different mammal species, including all of the big five: lion, elephant, rhino, buffalo, and leopard. Seeing these majestic animals roaming free in their natural habitat is truly a sight to behold. The Great Migration is one of the most spectacular natural events on Earth. Witnessing millions of wildebeest, zebra, and antelope thundering across the plains is an experience you will never forget. So when is the best time to visit the Maasai Mara? The best time to visit the Maasai Mara is during the Great Migration, which occurs twice a year. During this time, millions of wildebeest, zebra, and antelope migrate through the reserve. The first migration takes place from July to October, when the herds move from the southern Serengeti to the Maasai Mara in search of fresh grazing land. The second migration occurs from February to March, when the herds return to the Serengeti. Another great time to visit the Maasai Mara is during the wildebeest calving season, which takes place between January and March. During this time, over 8,000 calves are born every day, and it is a great opportunity to see the next generation of wildlife. The Maasai Mara also has a unique dry season, which lasts from June to October. During this time, the landscape transforms into a golden savanna, and the wildlife viewing is excellent. The dry season is also the best time to see the Great Migration. Finally, the green season, which lasts from November to May, is a great time to visit the Maasai Mara for a more affordable safari. During this time, the reserve is lush and green, and the wildlife viewing is still excellent. Plus, there are fewer crowds and cheaper rates on accommodation. Now let's talk about where to stay in the Maasai Mara. There are plenty of options to choose from, ranging from budget-friendly camping safaris to luxurious lodge stays. For a more authentic safari experience, consider staying at a mobile camp. Mobile camps are small, tented camps that are set up and taken down as the herds move through the reserve. This is a great way to experience the migration up close and personal. Some of the best mobile camps include Base Camp Explorers Camp and Mara Toto. If you're looking for something a little more comfortable, there are plenty of lodges to choose from. Lodges offer a more luxurious experience with comfortable beds, private bathrooms, and gourmet dining. Some of the top lodges include Angama Mara, Mara Serena Safari Lodge, and Ricaro Camp. If you're looking for something more secluded, consider a private villa. Villas offer the ultimate in luxury and privacy with stunning views and personalized service. Some of the best villas include Mara Nika, Private Villa, Olseki Hemingways, and Mara House. No matter where you decide to stay, be sure to book your accommodation well in advance, especially if you plan to travel during the busy season. Now let's talk about things to do in the Maasai Mara. The main attraction in the Maasai Mara is, of course, the wildlife. There are plenty of opportunities to see the big five and other amazing animals. In addition to game drives, you can also go on foot safaris, night safaris, and even hot air balloon rides. Don't forget to capture your memories with some amazing photos. The scenery in the Maasai Mara is truly breathtaking, and there are plenty of opportunities to get some amazing shots. Be sure to bring a camera with a zoom lens to get close-up shots of the wildlife. And don't forget to pack a tripod for those nighttime shots. Another must-do activity in the Maasai Mara is visiting the local Maasai village. The Maasai are a fascinating tribe of people who live in harmony with nature. You can learn about their culture, customs, and traditions, and even try on some of their traditional clothing. When it comes to packing for your Maasai Mara safari, there are a few things to keep in mind. Be sure to pack light, neutral-colored clothing that covers your shoulders and knees, out of respect for the local culture. Also, don't forget to pack plenty of sunscreen, insect repellent, and a hat. A good pair of binoculars is also essential for wildlife viewing. Now let's talk about food in the Maasai Mara. There are plenty of delicious meals to enjoy, from traditional Kenyan cuisine to international dishes. Most lodges and camps offer full board, meaning that meals are included in the price of your stay. If you're on a budget, you can also find some affordable restaurants in the area. Be sure to try some of the local specialties, such as nyama choma, grilled meat, ugali, a type of maize porridge, and chapati, a flatbread. Now let's talk about how to get to the Maasai Mara. The closest airport to the Maasai Mara is the Nairobi National Airport. From there, you can take a domestic flight to the Mara. There are also road transfer options available. The drive from Nairobi to the Mara takes approximately 5 to 7 hours. To get the most out of your safari, it's important to choose the right tour operator. A reputable tour operator will have experienced guides who know the area like the back of their hand. They will also have a good understanding of the wildlife and the best places to see it. Look for a tour operator that uses 4x4 safari vehicles with pop-up roofs for excellent game viewing. A good tour operator will also provide you with all the necessary equipment, such as binoculars, spotting scopes, and cameras. There are many tour operators to choose from, so do your research and read reviews before booking. Some of the best tour operators in the Maasai Mara include Africa Travel Resource, African Travel, Inc., Audley Travel, and Mikado Safaris. Now let's talk about the cost of a safari in the Maasai Mara. The cost of a safari in the Maasai Mara will vary depending on a number of factors, including the time of year, the length of your stay, and the type of accommodation you choose. On average, a week-long safari in the Maasai Mara costs around $3,000 to $5,000 per person. This includes accommodation, meals, and game drives. If you're on a budget, you can find cheaper options. There are also some more luxurious options available for those looking to splurge. Now let's talk about health and safety in the Maasai Mara. The Maasai Mara is a safe destination for travelers. However, there are a few health and safety tips to keep in mind. Be sure to consult with your doctor about any necessary vaccinations or malaria prophylaxis. It's also important to take precautions against altitude sickness. The Mara is located at a high altitude, so it's important to allow your body time to adjust. Drink plenty of water and take it easy for the first few days. Another important safety tip is to listen to your guide's advice and stay inside the vehicle at night. While the Mara is generally safe, there is always a risk of wildlife encounters. Be sure to follow your guide's advice and stay at least 150 feet away from all wildlife. With these tips in mind, you can have a safe and enjoyable trip to the Maasai Mara. If you want to support the conservation efforts in the area, consider making a donation to one of the local conservation organizations. These organizations work hard to protect the wildlife and habitat of the Maasai Mara. You can also support local businesses by shopping for Maasai-made crafts and souvenirs. This will help to empower the local community and ensure that they benefit from tourism. Finally, consider staying at one of the eco-friendly lodges or camps in the area. These establishments are committed to sustainable tourism and protecting the environment. By staying at an eco-friendly lodge, you can help to reduce your impact on the area and support conservation efforts. Thank you for watching our travel guide to the Maasai Mara in 2025. We hope that you have an amazing trip to this beautiful destination. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. We would love to hear from you.